I think it'll be Saturday for you. It's Saturday for me, apparently. It's somewhere in April. I'm gonna go with the 24th. So I don't even know. I'm just guessing at this. I'm feeling this out. I don't know if you understand. Like, if you don't know what day it is, you definitely don't know what week it is. The only reason I know what year or month it is because everything that's been going on with people jabbing each other. Although if you've dozens or been any, if you've had friends that that good, you've jabbed at each other throughout your entire life. It was a punchy joke, or at least good humor in intelligence or jokes. Anyways, so what ideas did I have this morning? Had a long sleep last night. I haven't had it in a while, but I don't. I'm not waking up more rested. I'm waking up more tired. I've been drinking less alcohol, and I'm snotty, and I've been eating food more, which is not, so the equivocation it's not helping, and I'm sleeping more, and I'm feeling like garbage. Just to let you know where I don't feel like garbage. I'm not at 100% right now, and I should be, especially after getting more sleep. But no, it doesn't help me. So, nonetheless, I get up and I had a couple ideas. One is the statement, "The same wind blows upon us all," um, which has to do with this idea of time and distance, time and space. Of at what point do the effects of someone's language, or if someone physically hits you, you are immediately, the time and space is collapsed into, like, you've gotten, like, there it is. That you can say that person punched me in the face. You could do that. There's causal reason we don't know. There's a lot of reasons for you to get punched in the face. There's a lot of reasons for a lot of things. Get in a car accident. There's a lot of reasons for you to get in a car accident. Could have been your fault. Even if you were in the front, you could have just stopped for no reason. They could have been on their phone. They could have been having a bad day. Their mind could have been somewhere else. A bunch of things could happen. So we don't know this. So this is the idea of the same wind blows upon us all, which leads into the God, or God of science or scientism or religious gods, and what we consider time and space. Too early for this? Is it too early to get into time, space, God, the devil, science, Zionism, and all of this? I don't think so, because I'm gonna attempt it. Because I'm drinking coffee. I couldn't title this show what I wanted because there just wasn't enough space. But as per usual, I know it will be a good show. Is if a couple words come in my head and I type it out, and when I type it out as the title, it's exactly 60 letters long, because that's how many letters I can type before it doesn't let me type, and it's exactly 60. So I thought, this would be a good show. I'm not going to set myself up for failure and say it's going to be a good show, because I don't know. Now here's why I started to think of this, and see if I can fold this like a meringue. Is that what you fold a meringue? So if you're making certain crepes, no, so sort of, oh, you have to fold things, and you don't want to break the egg. It's a meringue, right? Yeah, and you want to use a copper bowl to make meringue. Is this right? Anybody know this? Because there's a chemical reaction that's occurring that allows the puffiness of the whites to, and you don't want to stir it because it will break all the bubbles and the aeration of that. Anyways, so let me crack a beer, which is coffee. It's a more of a milk porter. A Korova. It's a Korova. Don't get it mixed up with the other thing. It's a Korova. Korova porter. It's a milk porter, and it is it's a chocolatey Baltic oatmeal milk porter with a smooth coffee finish. So I'm doubling up on the coffee. I made coffee with vanilla oat milk, and by the way, oat milk is the way to go. It's creamier, it's cheaper, and the problem soy has. Good soy is good, but bad soy is very bad because of the estrogen progenitors. If you don't know about this, it's the processing in certain countries, the way they process it. It'll make estrogen, basically, or at least the progenitor for it. Same thing with certain kinds of beers, IPAs, they put all these hops in it, and hops also produce a lot of estrogen. In small amounts, these things are not bad, but soy, if you get it done properly, where they do it over in Asia, the process and the fermentation and all of this, it's going to come out good. But anyways, why did I think about these ideas this morning? All in the, I had a dream. I was dreaming. I had a dream about Eric Andre. I don't know if you know who Eric Andre is. I met him. I almost got to meet him because he was doing a show in New Orleans. And I was supposed to go to a show, and last minute that got squashed. But anyways, I was hanging out with Eric Andre, and funny, goofy times, funny times. And then I woke up and I was thinking about some movies, some weird movies that he's been in. And then I got to thinking about a commercial that I had seen yesterday about women masturbating. And this was on YouTube. Yeah, this is a commercial selling a product that is some, I guess it's a birth control. I don't know if it's a chemical that they eat, chemical they get jabbed into them, or a certain product that they shove up their clitoris. It's like a uterus, but if you say clitoris, yeah. I'm pretty sure they jammed it up there to get in the way of fallopian tubes and all of the fallopian tubes and all. And there's some chemicals in there. This whole list, like, she's like sitting there being all sexy, but it's a comedian chick that everybody pretty much knows is a dude. So it's kind of really super funny, and she's kind of being all sexy, like, "Hey, women, you need to take care of yourself. You need to masturbate. You need to." I was like, this is just a random commercial in the middle of. I was watching, I don't know, some random YouTube video. She's like, "Women, you gotta take care of yourself. And if you can't, you know, maybe you got a man to come to, but you could get one of these." And then all of a sudden it cuts to so I'm just watching. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I was like, I was not watching any porn today. I don't even know. I've been months. I don't even, what the hell is going on here? And I was like, I don't remember needing any feminine products. So I don't know what kind of algorithm they were like, sell me? You want to sell me like a jam in a woman's vagina not to get her pregnant? I ain't even fucking these days. So I don't know what that commercial has to do with me. So their algorithms must be all fucked up. Unless they just gave it to me because they knew that I'd make fun of it because I thought it was funny. So it gets to this point where, and don't worry, I'm going to get to the other part. I'm just long-winded stories. What else am I going to do? This is how we're going to burn through the beginning of the day until the sun comes out, so I can go stare into the sun and feed some ducks. So then it goes through this whole list of things afterwards. After she's like, "Hey, sit down on a shade lounge." You know what a shade lounge is? A shade lounge. And then it cuts to this. "Hey, women, if you take this, you might have internal. You might I'll have to show you what it is after this, and you guys go watch it yourself, and it's kind of mind blowing." I was watching that, and then I was thinking about that, and then I started thinking about the Brad Pitt commercial came on, and I was thinking about how a lot of people think he's a transvestite, which got me to thinking: is he a transvestite? Did he trans later? Did he trans later in life? Which he did. Good for him if he wants to. If he did it early in life, then he was influenced in the wrong way, and that's fucked. But if he did it if that happened to him like in the womb, before when he's a child, what the hell about it? You can't blame him or whatever that is. You can't. This is why I will go down kicking and screaming for Hollywood. I don't care. This has to do with the distance and time and things affecting you. And let me explain to you. As much as most people would probably consider me, most of my beliefs right now would be more in line with the more popular beliefs would be maybe Republican, maybe, and more conservative, even though I'm not very conservative at all. What I'm going to say here is going to be taking sides with a very, not a narrow point of view, but a very large point of view. To look at the space from and talking about time and distance and like the effects of things. And this is just a question. So as I'm looking at this, I'm looking at Brad Pitt. I go, you know what? What if there's people? This is the way my mind works. I go, people right now that love him as an actor. They identify with. I mean, maybe they haven't separated him with the movies he makes, and they see him as all those movies. So if they meet him, that they expect him to be like the guy from uh, name a movie that Brad Pitt's in. You know, so many, right? I'm just tripping. Just name. They don't separate that character from who he is. Okay, but nonetheless, what if somebody grows up enjoying Brad Pitt, like thinking he's a great actor, good actor. I enjoy the guy, but then all of a sudden it comes to pass that he's a woman. That's a woman. Is anybody be mad about that? Is somebody like, "Ooh, I was fooled," and would they just be like, you know, people like burn the jersey, throw out all his DVDs. I can't believe I was fooled. So now this gets into time and space. At what point? So these people in Hollywood, and this is how my mind functions. I'm letting you in on the. So as I'm going through this, the effect of that, right? Somebody's entire life believing this Brad Pitt character guy to be that. Name your favorite actor. I don't care if you think Hollywood is strange or terrible or weird or whatever. You got it all twisted. No doubt, there's people, regular, everyday people that are doing dumber than what's going on. That I can see that. Guess you never hung out with your crackhead neighbors smoking methamphetamine out of tin cans while fucking a baby goat. You know what I mean? So you want to tell me all about how Hollywood's crazy and strange. So there's these people in Hollywood that they go on TV and they give their opinions, and half the time it's not their opinion. Sometimes it is their opinion. But they'll go on TV and they're paid to go read the script off. Sometimes they believe in it, sometimes they don't. Some actors will only take the roles that they believe in, and they like the character traits, like the storyline. That's what they'll take. Look at Daniel Day-Lewis. He's only in a few movies, all fucking magical movies. He doesn't work that much. He's like, I'll do this movie because that's important. That's what he does. The actor's like, oh, they'll just do another movie. It doesn't matter. They'll just read this script, say this. Nonetheless, at what point, as the people that are on the other side of the screen watching this shit, no matter what it is, at what point do we go, can you shut the fuck up? That's just rude. It's stupid. You're influencing people to do. Yeah, they say where my effect starts is where your rights stop. That's no. If you're offended, be offended. That's your prerogative to be offended, right? So now these people that are saying things, whatever, on TV media, they can say what they want, but like, shouldn't they just shut the fuck up because it just sounds stupid? Because it's verifiably ridiculous, false, naive, ignorant, foolish, rude, inconsiderate, own-headed, malarkey, buffoonery, tomfoolery, cantankerous, bullshit, dog shit. You know, these things that they're saying, go do this, go do that, and they're suggesting all of these things. And like anybody with any sort of that is functioning properly, that isn't a pile of cauliflower, marshmallow, mayonnaise mush in a marsh in Michigan in March, you know, like, if their brain is still being put, like, should these people shut the fuck up? But I mean, to a regular, normal, advanced species, it doesn't bother people. You kind of influence these fucking little kids, like they're like 5 years old. They're like, hey, go cut your dick off. Go stab yourself with this thing. And it's like, maybe just wait a little bit before you start, you know. But then I got to take the other side. You know, if you're a good parent, then kind of shit isn't gonna bother your kid. You'd have already taught your kid. See these people on TV? They're full of shit. You don't believe anything they say. You laugh at them. They're dumb. See, so where's the parents at? I would always go back to, so I'll take this side. Where's the parents at? Yes, I do believe certainly that these people, these pop media icons, no matter if they have a grit or not, because they're gonna doctor it in the information, right? And they're part of the media. Most shut the. But hey, they can say what they want. I just think that it becomes, at what point does it become like a little bit like, okay, it's redundant. It usually sounds stupid. Those people say the same dumb joke all the time, and you're just like, all right, can you get some new material already? I don't want to. If you're making music, everybody wants to hear the song that you've been making since 1960 because there's new generations of people that want that song. There's not new generations of people that want that fucking old toasty joke. Will I in some of those jokes? Certainly I will, because I know there's people that haven't heard some of them. There's a couple pirate jokes you can do. There's a couple really, childish, stupid jokes. Yeah, you gotta keep it light, and even older people haven't heard some of these, and that's funny. Some Chinese jokes. The 2:30 joke. You gotta have the dentist appointment joke. You gotta have driving me nuts. You have the rated R. Like those kind of things. Like, okay, pepper those in every now and then. But like when people like continue that, like right now, the slot of, it's not even funny. It's just like misinformation. I watched a commercial. That said, it was like the CDC or I don't know, some sort of major organizations. Don't get medically scammed. Blah blah blah. And it was talking about like somebody like scamming someone over something. But the irony, the beautiful, delicious, thick irony is like the CDC or whoever this is scamming everyone, and so is the media on getting thing even. It hasn't passed through the whole thing. It's just it's in infancy stages of development that is literally not. It's nothing more than it's not. It hasn't passed the litmus test. It hasn't passed. It's nowhere near efficable. Efficable. The efficacy rate is very low already, and it's only going to get worse. So they'll just extend the whole thing out. Because they're still in stage 1. You've got to get through 5 stages. Stage 0, stage 1, stage 2, 3, and stage 4, and that should take about 11 years. Then I ask you, why are there so many companies? Like, if we've been studying things for a long time, all sorts of diseases, all sorts of experiments going on. They either can't figure that shit out, or they bottled it up and put it away, or they already know what plants do it and that over to the side. But right now, you're telling me that like there's at least three companies that are like, hey, we got this thing. All in the course of how many months? That couldn't happen as companies that weren't even working on this kind of shit, that had no business even in this level scientific arena. Hey, I mean, what the fuck do I know? I'm just some simpleton. So yeah, this same wind blows upon us all. So this time and distance. At what point is there a differentiation, like the influence that things have? Someone's influence. If someone that has a major influence, are they expected to do anything different? Like if someone's famous, you have a different role in society. You have to do better. Wah, 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 wah. It's so corny. It's like, just go cheerlead for somebody else. I don't even want to hear that dumb shit. Keep that same energy. You can do better. Why aren't they doing? Why do they tell individuals out here or on the chitty chats in the YouTube land, and they tell people that? Why don't you go to those giant corporations and get up in their ass with that? You can do better. Why don't you keep that same energy? Why don't you help people when you say they ain't doing that? They're too busy going, ba 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 ba. You can do better. Keep that same energy, girl. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's the corniest bullshit. So at what point, when these people have major amounts of influence, do they need to adjust the dialogue? At what point do at what distance, how much, some girl that doesn't have any effect whatsoever in society, what do they need to change in their language, in their head, and what's coming out of their mouth, and the things that they're doing? They can just they know what they're doing, but they don't. There's no accountability for these larger corporations, nor people for the people in the media, nor these any of these giant conglomerations. Hold on. Nor for any of these politicians. No fucking way. And obviously not for these people in Hollywood either. So there's no recourse. There's no they have no care in the world. They've created care, remember? But certainly, like, at what point, how much the sphere of influence that people have, the how much weight does someone's hold? How far does it carry? What kind of space and energy? What kind of energy and space does it hold? And how far? Far a distance is actually a time, because it takes you time to get somewhere, unless you're predicting mentally, but that's another thing. So I just wonder, like, what the people are. The other thing, are you deaf? People are tone deaf. You know what? You know why it's very easy to be tone deaf these? Because everybody is typing on the internet, through Instagram and through YouTube, and there's no tone that you have there. No one can have a tone. Only tone that anybody gets is the person on the other side of the screen, and their explanation of what that word means. And people are actually. I've fallen for getting into arguments on Instagram and YouTube, because there is no such thing as learning. There is no teachable, learnable moment there. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Can you learn something through scrolling through Instagram and see little blips of memes, headlines? Yes, you can learn something. You can learn a lot from videos on YouTube. Most people don't have attention span enough to watch a video long enough to learn and worth having listened to. So you can go to the comment section and you can all day about nothing. No one's gonna learn. You're be like, oh, I got my point across. Like right now, if I sat here, I'm like, man, I was on the internet. I had all of these. I won all of these arguments. I won them all. And the other side, the people that have argued, the idiot. I won them all. Who cares? You didn't do shit. They're not just like fix their fucking life. They didn't do anything different. And you think I did something different? You think I told somebody to drink distilled water, like, or don't? Somebody told me not to drink piss. Somebody told me that certain things are bad and this is good. And I'm like, do you think I just immediately go, oh, I never thought of that? Do you think they just went and said, hey, you know what? Let me look up the idea of distilled, what it really is. Let me look up urine. Let me look up Shivam. Let me look up these cultures. Let me look up all these vegetarian cultures and where they live in these climates. No one wants to do that. That would take research and work, and you'd have to educate yourself. You know, that's tragic, huh? When people didn't know what they know, they just get to this level, they know what they know, and then they'll argue with what they know for an entire life. They won't upgrade and then argue from this. You realize if you're here, you don't argue to here no more. You could, because so here, if you're in the middle, you're on, here's a straight narrow path. Here's a sine wave. Your sine wave is here, and here's the path you're on. If you move up here, the lower is here. So now your whole thing actually goes here. If you go here, your thing goes here. It's like when a tree grows, here's the ground, here's the top of the tree, here's the bottom of the tree, bottom plant. As this grows, this grows, this grows, this grows. See? But what you see and what you interact with is what's above the ground. If you have a plant this big, the roots doesn't worry you. You don't. So if you move up, when you're here, you used to argue here. When you're here, you argue here. You're arguing beneath that. But you ain't arguing with this shit no more. But people think they think they're gonna up. They think they're just gonna go through life with this. And every time they go, woo, I want an argument. I want an argument. I want an argument. Forgetting all the times they can't even see. They don't think of any time they've ever lost something. Let me turn some music on. Okay, what do you think about that? And thank you to whoever got me this new tripod. It's awesome because it's a selfie stick too. Look at this. I have a selfie stick, and I've cleaned up my whole apartment. It looks so fucking awesome. You'll see my cool wall. Check it out. I put my elephant over there. There's my cozy bed, and I got everything matches, and I have that thing finally on my wall. And then I have my elephants, if you guys didn't see, and I have this. You guys want to see that? You just thought that was off the internet, didn't you? Womp womp womp. And then yeah, and I got out some books, some more books. All of my cool stuff. All of my cool stuff. Oh. My elephant. Well, I have so many elephants here. There's my elephant. My elephants. My elephant. My elephants. You thought I was kidding about being the protector. You thought I was kidding about being on Bach. You thought I was kidding, right? How many elephants are you counting? Oh wow, look at that. Yep. Hey, I'm back. Well, anyways, put music on. Say there's how many elephants are you counting? So there's another elephant, and there's my clean copper. I cleaned that with aged urine. Do you see how nice this is right now? Look at this, some jewels. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Clean copper. Anyways, well, music. I gotta turn that shit up. Listen to Saturday morning jazz music. I'd rather go out in public and listen to jazz, but I don't know where we can do that right now. So you guys can listen to me talk and burp. Because whether you like it or not, I'm still... Hey, more elephants. You want to see more elephants? Elephant right there. Boom! Elephants. And things to make your brain work. Brain stuff. Oh, butterflies. See a butterfly? Yeah, okay. Oh, more butterfly. Oh, Kenny. What you know about Kenny G and Rahul Sharma? What you know? See, I put that down there just so it catches people off guard. Like, what the hell, Kenny G? See, he's right there blowing the horn right at the. See, it's kind of funny to me. So when people walk by, yeah, I guess that's just my kind of humor. And there, if you want to go get a tattoo, go get yourself that. The Chinese symbol that means happiness. At least that's what they say. And there is Mr. Parker drinking a fancy glass of wine with a bow tie on. My dude couldn't be any more fancy. All right. Oh, look, I got another alpaca right here. Alpaca life. I don't think I have any elephants in here. Oh, yeah, I do have elephants. See, how many elephants? More elephants. Yes, cool. Oh, I got an owl over here, too. Hoot, hoot, motherfucker. See my owl? Hoot, hoot. Oh, another elephant. See, I don't know. Elephants. Elephants Gerald. His name is Elephants Gerald. Get it? Elephants Gerald. And that's not all. Okay, I'll scroll through here and see if anybody had anything intelligent to say. Which in this day and age, I doubt it. Hello there, people. What's up, Leanne? Wait, Leanne, is this the Leanne that I know, Leanne? Because I can't really see her pictures. I'm on my phone. Are you still here? Leanne? Ferris Bueller. Peace out, Garlark. We'll see who's still here. Well, no, that was a long rant. That was like 30 minutes. And my stream is glitching. I'll probably just start another one. It could be all the coffee that I have going through me. Um, so here's what I'll do for anybody that is interested that watches this in the future. You can donate to me. Very easy to do. Go to Cash App, PayPal, or whatever else is in the box below. It's TSAR capital XEN, and you can get money to me and gifts and things. That way it keeps me with the phone working, so I can make these videos and educate people on things. And if you don't know, and this is the first thing you've heard, go watch some of my early videos if you want education. Not that this isn't educational, but there's quite a few of them. Think about 2,236 videos at this point. And I'm not being redundant. Imagine that. Like, how do you do this? How do you know so much? I lived in your basement. Well, you know, everybody's like, you must live in your mother's basement. Why would I live in my mom's basement? I live in your mother's bedroom. Because I'm your father. No, I'm your mother's boyfriend. Your father lives on the streets because I told him to go in the backyard like the dog he is. Ain't that funny? Yeah. So I guess what's up, Skull? Hey, Skull. I'm gonna dip off of here because a couple of people told me the stream was glitching and also it cut out on me once. So I'm gonna start another stream in a little bit. I think it's all the coffee that I have running through my system. This was a fun one. Feel free to go back to the beginning. I didn't really interact with anybody to this last couple minutes. Go back to the beginning, watch that if you want to. I thought it was fun. I thought it was good. But I will be doing another show momentarily. I'll probably just down this coffee, shoot up some heroin, do a speedball. I'll do a bunch of cocaine, and then drink the rest of beer. So I'll get beer, coffee, cocaine, heroin, and then I don't know, whatever drugs I can find, just walk on the street, and then I'll come on here. Yeah. So yeah, just give me like half an hour. I want to take a shower anyways. No, I'm not gonna do any drugs in case you guys were taking me serious for a second. No, I don't do drugs. Coffee, weed, maybe a little bit of fucking methamphetamine and anyways, okay, I'll be back in a little bit, y'all. Come back in like, what time is it? Let me see. 7:30 my time. Make it like 8:30 my time. So like an hour. 8:30 Central Standard Time. Come back through. Good to see everybody. Good to see you, Skull. Good to see you. Danny gone. I think Leanne dipped. Leanne, if you're still here, not typing, come back. Come back to me. Wait, what's that song? What's that song? Come back to me. I forget who did it. All right, I'm outside here. Bye, guys. I can poop anyways.